Hello guys, so welcome to KO Tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have started with the lighting of this particular Japanese interior over here. So now what I'll be doing over here is like few things are left over here. So I'll be just selecting this. I'll just duplicate this light over here. I'll go into this Vray. I set it as mesh over here. Let's go down into the mesh light and select this box over here. So light should emit from that particular mesh. I can just go into this, and if you want to set it in the form of any temperature of stuff, I can do that. I can again select this light. Select this light over here. Go into the temperature stuff over here and let's render it again. It's going to render. So now let's render it. So I have just instanced these two lights over here, and I have given a mesh light over here. If you look at it, let's just zoom it over here. And if you look at it over here, I have assigned it as a mesh light, and I have selected this as an object, and I'll increase its resolution over here, and let's render it again and see. Looks much better. So you can reduce slight a bit of multiplier of this light. You can see there is some kind of a white part looking over here. This is just because of light. I can just go into it and set it as 0.08. I'll again go back to the camera angle over here and let's render it once again. Alright, now I can just go into this. I'll take a gizmo, go into atmospheric apparatus. Let's take a box gizmo over here. Let's add a gizmo over here. Take a box gizmo. After that, go into this atmosphere and effects, add a volume Vray environmental fog over here, go into the setup. So let's go down. I can increase its fog distance over here. I'll increase its scatter bounce. Subdivisions I can set it to 24 over here if required. I can slightly go down. Step size is 4, that's okay over here. Now go down, fall off radius, you can keep it to 1200, or even you can slightly increase it if required. That can be done. Alright. Let's render and see. Okay. Now after that we'll be adding a light. So let's go into this and add this Vray sun over here. Fog density is okay over here. That's totally. Let's render and see. Again I'll go over here. I'll add one more Vray environmental fog. I'll go into this, I'll increase it, and I'll reduce this. You can change the fog color. Subdivisions you can increase it. Fog height, that can be changed. You can see that the fog is coming on the whole screen. We can increase this values. The fog distance. I'll go to this. I'll reduce this fog distance. We'll change it. Go to the second one. I'll slightly reduce it. Render it again. So we need to work on a lot of things over here. So I'll go over here, I'll reduce the density of it, and again I'll render it. Fog height. Okay, that's your fog height. Reduce it. Sometimes the fog, need to check the properties well. Okay. Alright. So I'll be just increasing the fog distance over here. Can reduce the fog density also. and into that we have one option, effect GI. You can off that. Let's render it again. So we need to work on the noise part also. Okay. So over here also you need to add a gizmo. Can add a gizmo, add a light. Alright. You will definitely see a bit. So let's slightly increase the intensity of it. We'll slightly see a bit of fog in it. So the gizmo and sunlight were not added. That's the reason it wasn't showing well. So we need to see, check it how the fog looks like. Alright. So now let's add, it will take definitely a bit of time. We need to see how it looks like after the render. We also need to add some light passes, then render it. We need to generate ambient occlusion also. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So I'll show you the render output of this. If environmental fog, we can increase, decrease it later on if it is required. So please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the next tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.